Hello everyone! Today I'll show you how I make soft and airy homemade bread. The recipe is simple, the dough turns out perfect, and the crust becomes golden and crispy. I'll leave the full recipe in the description and in the first comment so it's easy to find. Let's get started. Into the mixer bowl, I pour warm water. I add sugar, dry yeast, salt, vegetable oil, and sifted flour. I use a small amount of yeast, about half a packet. It works very well. The dough rises beautifully and the bread has no strong yeast smell. It turns out clean, soft, and very delicate. I attach the dough hook and mix on the lowest speed until the ingredients come together. Then I let the dough knead for 7 to 8 minutes. The dough should be soft, stretchy, and elastic. There isn't a lot of flour in this recipe, and that gives the bread its light and airy texture. I lightly oil the bowl. Place the dough inside and oil the top as well. This prevents the plastic wrap from sticking during rising. I cover the bowl and let the dough rise in a warm place until it triples in size. This usually takes 1 to 1.5 hours. Here is how the dough looks after an hour. It becomes very airy, full of small bubbles. That means the yeast is working perfectly. I oil the countertop and transfer the dough. I gently press it down and divide it into 3 equal parts. I'll be baking the bread in non-stick loaf pans like these. I'll leave the pan measurements in the description. I lightly grease the pans with oil. Each piece weighs about 19 to 20 ounces. I like when all the loaves are the same size. I shape each piece into a round ball. Cover them and let the dough rest for 10 to 15 minutes. This short rest is important. The gluten relaxes and the dough becomes smooth and easy to shape. To form each loaf, I press the dough into a rectangle. Fold it into thirds. Rotate it and press out any excess air. Then I roll it into a tight log. The tighter the roll, the smoother the crumb and the prettier the loaf. I pinch the seams, shape the loaf, and place it into a greased pan. I shape the remaining pieces the same way. I cover the pans. And let the dough rise again for about 30 minutes. The better the dough rises before baking, the softer and lighter the bread will be. The plastic wrap doesn't stick at all because the dough is well kneaded and smooth. The dough has risen very well in just 30 minutes. I bake the loaves in a preheated 374-degree oven without convection for about 35 minutes. The time may vary depending on your oven and how dark you prefer the crust. When I open the oven, a warm and fragrant steam comes out. I remove the bread and place it on a cooling rack. It comes out of the pans very easily. Look at these beautiful loaves. The crust is golden and slightly crispy. I'm turning the loaf so you can see how beautiful it looks from every angle. The crust is golden, smooth, and evenly baked. It's still warm, soft, and smells amazing. When the bread is warm, the crust crackles gently. After it cools completely, the crust becomes softer and doesn't crumble. The texture is very soft, evenly aerated, and springy. When you press the crumb, it bounces right back. And the aroma is incredible. I hope you try this recipe and enjoy it. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Ask any questions in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss new videos.